But our fantasy football, we have our Sleepers Bust League winners between me and Dylan. Chris isn't doing those. And then we have our round 2 of NFL season props to wrap.
They have already been submitted.
They have. Fantasy football, though. Sleepers Bust League winners. I'll go my bust of the year. I don't think Garrett Wilson is going to be very good this year. For one, I think he has the most inaccurate quarterback in the NFL now that Anthony Richardson is not starting. I do not trust Justin Fields in the slightest. I don't think he has a very good team around him. We saw that in the couple preseason games.
A lot of question marks around them, like new coach, bunch of new players, new culture. It's, no clue what to expect.
I know Garrett Wilson just got paid. I know everyone's, it's the Ohio State connection. They played really good in college. I truly don't care. I don't think Justin Fields is good. I think Garrett Wilson is he's been so riddled with just bad quarterback play. I'd say even with Aaron Rodgers, when he had Aaron Rodgers, it was just not, if he couldn't really break out with Aaron Rodgers, now all of a sudden we think he's going to break out with Justin Fields, who isn't even holds a candle.
Do you not think that relationship in college though matters? Because what about that Burrow?
I truly
what about
don't.
Burrow and that receiver he had with LSU that he's got now? That he's like
but they went straight. They went straight from college to the NFL together. They didn't have that kind of years in gap time between playing with different players in the NFL. So I personally don't like Garrett Wilson this year. I think he's being drafted way too high for the production that you can get out of some of the other guys that you can draft around the same, round. I just don't think he's going to perform to what you're going to want that pick to do for you.
Yeah. All right. So my bust. Sorry, Chris. Tyreek Hill is not doing shit this year. I'm sorry.
Well, he had to give away all his money to his ex-wife or soon to be.
Which one?
Probably.
I know.
And he may end up doing something this year, but he's going to be traded, I think. And it's going to be because either Tua gets hurt and he turns into, a guy that catches like 2 balls a game.
Hey,
and
viewers made the 53-man, so we're good, okay? We are good if Tua goes down. Yeah. Week 5, Tua goes down, Ewers comes in.
I don't even know the last time that I saw Tyreek Hill going in like rounds 2 and 3, but I still think like there, like Dawson said about Garrett Wilson, there's other guys that you can trust more, are on a better team, better, just more consistent offense without, the quarterback issues. And so, Tyreek Hill is just not doing it for me this year. I've taken him in the past and he's been great, but no, not this year. I will not. I'm in 5 leagues and I will not be taking him, not even looking his way in any of them.
Fair. Yep. My sleeper of the year, I think Calvin Ridley, where he's getting taken for the opportunity and the amount of balls he's going to get thrown. Dude. I mean, you're getting a wide receiver 1 with Cam Ward. I'm seeing round 4, round 5.
Sometimes 6 and 7.
He's right around there. I really like Calvin Ridley. I think, if the Falcons had a joint practice with the Titans, so we heard all about it. Mm-hmm. Calvin Ridley was all over the field, all over formations, slot, outside, motion.
He's a dog.
Everything, and Cam Ward has loved throwing his way. I think this could be maybe not a sleeper. Maybe I could have fit him in a league winner just because you're getting him in round, 4 or 5. But a sleeper pick that I don't think people are really giving him because they're just writing him off because he's on a bad team and the Titans and everything. I really like Calvin Ridley this year. I think he's going to play good. He's going to have a lot of opportunity. Mm-hmm. And I believe in him so much. He's actually part of my season bets for round 2 as well.
Yep. But no, I think my sleeper, I haven't touched him in season bets yet. I do have him on one of my fantasy teams, and Dawson sniped him from me in our other league. But Jayden Higgins is 6'5" and has CJ Stroud throwing him the ball. Nico Collins on the opposite end of him. He's going to be getting open a lot. Apparently, he has been building some serious rapport with CJ Stroud in camp. And so, I think Jayden Higgins might end up being one of the top rookie receivers in the class. And that inherently means that he had a damn good fantasy season. So, I'm looking forward to him, and I'm going to need him even more now because I have him in the league that I drafted Rashee Rice with. So, he's going to be starting for 6 weeks.
Well, and no Tank Dell, no Joe Mixon to start the season. Yep. So all those targets, all those touches are going to have to go somewhere if Nico Collins draws all. So I like that pick.
Yep. And they've got enough around both of them, too. Like, they still have got Dalton Schultz at tight end, and they have Christian Kirk in the slot. So there's enough to allow him to get open, too. Like, he's not going to be double teamed, especially not with Nico on the other side. Yeah. I like that pick.
They also have a pretty good tight end, too.
Yeah, Dalton Schultz.
Yeah. My league winner, I had a couple players I bounced around. I'm going with DeAndre Swift. It will make Dylan a little happy. The reason why I'm going with DeAndre Swift is the Bears, correct me if I'm wrong, they have like one healthy running back right now. His name's DeAndre Swift. That's all you need
to win the Super Bowl, Dawson.
DJ Moore has been taking running back snaps. That's kind of how bad down they are right now.
I like so you did notice that.
I like DeAndre Swift, though, because we saw what Ben Johnson was able to do with the running backs he had at the Lions with Gibbs and Montgomery. I think DeAndre Swift is one of those guys being drafted very, very late. Yeah. He's going to have a lot of opportunity for a coach that is going to want to run the ball for play action. He's notorious for it. That's what he made his money with the Lions. Someone's going to get those touches. Someone's going to get those passes, the checkdowns, and everything. And DeAndre Swift being literally the only healthy running back right now on that roster, which doesn't look too good for you. No. But I think this is in for a lot, especially maybe early, to where you're able to get a starting running back with zero competition for touches in that backfield in round 8, 9, 10 maybe.
Yeah.
I think DeAndre Swift could be a league winner this year.
I think that's probably a pretty good pick. Mine, he's getting taken around the same kind of area too, like round 7 and 8. And I took him in our first league. Deebo Samuel is going to absolutely demolish where he is being drafted this year. I can't believe, honestly, that he's fallen off as much as he has in terms of popularity with fantasy. But I mean, are people forgetting his last healthy season, he was probably a top 5 fantasy player, and he's going to an offense where he's not the number 1 option. So he is not going to be, the focal point on defenses. Terry McLaurin just got the deal. So he is going to, and after the year that him and Jayden Daniels just had last year, Deebo Samuel is going to be a nice change of pace, and they run a lot of jet sweeps and sideline to sideline stuff. That's Deebo's specialty. So he's probably going to be lining up in the backfield some, catching a lot of screens, and he's absolutely going to be going over his touchdowns, which we will be talking about later.
Yes.
But yeah, that's my league winner, Deebo Samuel. If you can get him, draft him.
Yeah, though let us know if you have any guys that you've targeted or you've found been wow, he's still available. There's so many, and we only picked a couple, but I mean, you could go down the list, but those are our 3 each of bust sleepers league winners.
Yep.
NFL season props round 2 last week. I thought we did pretty good. We've got some good value. Some of those numbers have already gone up.
Picks.
This week, though, I will start off. I've got Trevor Lawrence over 22.5 passing touchdowns.
Also pretty low.
I'm going with this. He's got Liam Cohen as his offensive coordinator now. Last year had Baker Mayfield. Saw what he did with Baker Mayfield. Had over 4,500 yards. I think he had about 43 touchdowns, I want to say, on the year. And I would say Trevor Lawrence, just pure skill of throwing the ball, maybe has a little more talent than Baker. Could be wrong on that. I could be, not seeing that properly. But I think Trevor, he's taller. I think he has more zip on the ball. You have Brian Thomas Jr. now. You have Travis Hunter.
Yep.
I really like Trevor this year. If he stays healthy, because I know he's been notorious for getting hurt the past couple of years and only playing about half the season. If he stays healthy with his new coach, I think he has 2 pretty good running backs too, with Bigsby and ETN.
Yeah. To
where we saw what Bucky Irving and Rashad White did with Tampa with Liam Cohen. Good tight end with what's his name? His last name's Strange. I think that he has a really good tight end, kind of sleeper fantasy if you're looking for just a guy to pick up.
They let Evan Ingram walk for a reason. So it's
So I like him. I like Travis Hunter if he stays healthy, and I also like Brian Thomas Jr. and a team that they might need to be putting up a lot of points to keep up because their defense is not good.
No, it's not.
Historically, and they didn't do very much in the draft either.
No, they didn't.
To help that out. They kind of traded away a lot of picks to get Travis Hunter to play on both sides.
Yeah.
So I really like Trevor Lawrence. My next one, Calvin Ridley. Like I mentioned, I'm taking his over on receptions, 68.5.
That's low, dude.
He's going to be the focal point of that offense. Yeah. Cam Ward is going to be looking at him a lot. I really like. I could have taken his yards too. He was sitting at about 950. I like his receptions though. You know, Calvin Ridley. Like I mentioned before, that there's a reason why I think he could be my sleeper of the year. Mm-hmm. He's going to catch a lot of passes. Going to be the focal point. I really like Calvin Ridley this year.
Yeah, I think those 2 good picks. But I think where I'm headed, I've got a rookie as my first pick, and we talked about him slightly, a few minutes ago. But Cam Ward is sitting at 18.5 passing touchdowns. That's ridiculous. I mean, 18.5. If he starts all 17 games, dude, that's like 1 touchdown a game almost. And yeah, I get it. The notion around the Titans is they're not that good. They have a solid team. I mean, their O-line is decent. They've got good skill guys. Tony Pollard, Tyjae Spears when he comes back. But yeah, Calvin Ridley. I really think that Cam Ward is going to have around like 25 to 30 touchdowns. And he got named a team captain, so obviously he's already taken command of the locker room. You need that. He's got plenty of chemistry with his guys. And I do think their defense is good. And so
it was good last year.
It was good last year. And so I do think not necessarily he's not going to light it up, but not similar to Trevor Lawrence or unsimilar to Trevor Lawrence, he's not going to, be in those situations. But I think 25 touchdowns. It's 19 really for the first overall pick. I mean, I'd love to go back and see because I know Caleb's line was around 24 last year. This might be one of the lower ones. Like, where is the disrespect coming from him?
Well, and there's no threat for him to lose.
No, he's not losing the job.
Unless he gets hurt.
He didn't get hurt. And it's his senior year. He was completely healthy. But my second one, Trey McBride. So his reception touchdowns is sitting at 4.5, which he only had 2 last year. But some stats to go along with that. I mean, he led the league in red zone targets, and he was one of the top target earners in the league, period, throughout the year. And so it's not crazy to think that, he catches 3 more of them. I think he's going to continue to be the 1 or 2 option in that offense all year. He's going to keep getting those red zone targets. And so, I think it's not crazy to believe that he gets the same amount of targets, finally catches some. And I took him in fantasy for that reason. But I do think he's one of the top tight ends in the league. So, give me the touchdowns. 5, come on. You could get that by like round 8 or week 6 or 7. Give it to me.
With the opportunity he does have.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so I'm going to take the Packers. I'm going to take Matthew Golden, rookie. Wide receiver, comes in with big fanfare. He's got 700.5 yards as his number. Look, they've been battling injuries up there. He stayed healthy the whole preseason. He was a first-round pick. This is the first time I think the Packers have picked in the first round a wide receiver in over 15 years. He's got a great play caller now. I mean, who else is Jordan Love going to throw the ball to? I think it's a good number. I'm taking the over, and absolutely. Dylan, I'm going to go with your league winner for my second pick.
Yep.
My second pick, I'm going to take Deebo Samuels. He's got 3.5 receiving touchdowns. For the Commanders, are you kidding me? He's their second option right now in their offense. Mm-hmm. They traded for him this offseason. I think they're going to use him all over the field. Yeah, they've got Terry McLaurin. We know he's going to get the ball, but there's enough to go around. I think Deebo for sure goes over that number. I wouldn't be surprised to see him get 6 or 7. He's going to get the ball. So that's what I'm going with. I think he's going to eat the whole season.
Got to stay healthy. He's been notorious, another one of those guys who's kind of been hurt the past couple of years. But yeah, I think 3.5 receiving touchdowns for an offense that's got Jayden Daniels.
You don't have to play that many games to only get 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, that seems way too low.
Like I said, they played New York, the Giants, week 1. He really
he could get
a situation where he has them all.
He could get all 4 numbers.
3 out of 4.
Especially with Terry, because he hasn't done anything in the preseason, so he's going to have a little bit of a ramp up to kind of get up to speed.
Yes.
Deebo hasn't had any of injuries or any news of injuries, any issues going into it.
Yep.
So I think Deebo could be in for a really good year.